So we used it effectively. We didn't waste it. That's a lot from the other side. Can just jump the fence to get in there. But at the same time... Église Saint-Jacques Cemetery. Saint Jack Nicholson. A big old hole. Big old hole. Or I can also maybe jump the fence here. If there wasn't an invisible wall preventing me. I feel like she could jump the fence here. But it seems like it doesn't want her to be able to get over this somehow. Some sort of invisible force does not want her to be able to jump over a very easily jumpable wall. She could literally climb over. It's almost as though that would make it too easy, perhaps. But she could. She absolutely could jump that. For me. Damn it! The interrupt screwed me. Okay, that one wasn't parryable. I didn't see the red thing until it was too late. Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. Ouch. Ow. He didn't jump in on us. I was expecting him to jump in on us. The delay. Well, you don't. Come on, Aegis, you could have hit that. That should have parried. Yeah, when you interrupt them sometimes, it messes with your parry. It's like, you know, they're about to attack and you got the parry timing right, but you interrupted them and now they don't. Items? Like, she can't... Ah, but there's a bag. Can't zip up there. But there's the smell of items. Secret loot. She might not be able to zip up there, but maybe she can cheese. Okay, all the Dark Souls pops. All the Dark Souls pops. Light at the end of the tunnel. We're not going to smash every single pot because no point. Then again, I was ready for the parry and then it's nope, you interrupted him. He's not going to attack now. Ba-da-da-dum. Hi. Not that one. Attack the one that's right next to you, Aegis. Cabins! I killed your master already. Okay. We just need a little bit more stamina, and I think we've got like enough stamina to do a whole interrupt and then still hit them before we run out of stamina. Okay, so I see the way back up here. So it doesn't matter if we fall. Maybe that's not how you get to that? It might not necessarily be the way to get to that, but it's how we got it. Waste of a heal. Press the heal button trying to pick it up, but fine. We got the spirit. We absorbed the soul. Obviously, there's a prawn ambush. She didn't parry. She just blocked. Alchemical capsule frost grenades. Bronzing. And it's upgrade stuff. I will take it. We've fully upgraded the item that we are using, but it doesn't hurt to have it. We might find something better at some points. And who knows, maybe we upgrade all the items. We probably have enough stuff to do it. Again, interrupted him when he was about to attack. Every time. There's an item here, so it's got to be a trap. Surprisingly not. Just some ordinary oil, though. Okay, there's the crabbins and then there's a guy. Ow. Again, she's so slow with the thing. Kill the crab. Crab parry? Crab parry? I can't believe the crab parrying. He ran away. He didn't go hit us. He's charged his thing up now. Get knocked over with your spinning move. There we go. Oh, he's already dead though. Trying to get the interrupt and then attack him. He's already dead. Nothing hidden. That's crab. Creaking. Suspicious. Big wall that we can smash through. A lot of dead bodies. Pops some lights at the end of the tunnel. Breakable wall.
Someone has already taken a close interest in this tomb.
How do we know that? Doesn't look that touched to me. It looks a mess because everything's caved in, but I wouldn't say someone's already taken an interest. Ordinary oil, the big old hole. Ooh, that might hide secrets. The light up there I thought might be a way, but it's not, is it? Okay, there's treasure. The treasure. Da-da-da-dum. A carriage token. I don't even know what we use those for. I'd even go in that bit of the thing. Is it because he's been dug up? Is that why you think that somebody's expressed an interest? Because that's already been dug up. Okay, there's some lore. And on the ceiling. I don't know, there's the sniff. The scent of something up there, isn't there? Like, there's a crate, but I don't think it's a crate that we can open.
I will go to the Tuileries and follow the directions on the receipt. It also mentions the Quartier du Saint-Eustache and Rue Saint-Honoré.
Various lifting and excavation tools paid the sum of 140 lives delivered by the captain Berger, Monsieur Joseph Bellissimo in his workshop in the Quartier de Saint-Eustache near the Tuileries. It didn't mention any of the other stuff. It mentions the toilets. He really didn't mention any of the other stuff. Guess we got a key now. Can't climb on top of the bone crafted wall? Like, you've made literally the bones at the bottom, the skulls, more bones in a vertical way to make it, you know, a different look. And then more skulls. Like, they've literally crafted the whole wall out of the bodies of their victims. They're making the architecture out of bones. You know, when there's a skeleton in the walls, they never mention when the whole wall is made of skeletons. You may bury one body in the wall, but what if you made the whole wall out of skeletons? Then they'll never know. How could they tell who you've murdered if it's the whole wall is bodies and skeletons, right? Guessing that's what they were thinking. I see the guy over there. Nothing up there. Gotta be nothing up there. Your friend will never know. He'll come back and see your body. We'll never know what happened to you. Because I know that there was another one up there. I saw him. Slowly. Eventually. Hi. Oh, you saw him and you saw me. Because I know that I interrupt your attack now, I'm just going to swipe on you all the way. I'm not even going to try and parry, because I expect that my attacks will interrupt you. I'll learn for the moment. Don't forget. Because I'm probably not going to see that enemy for a while again after this area, but, you know, for the moment I've learnt not to fear him and not to parry. Okay, now we're in the gardeny bit. Hi. Okay. There were more of you than I was expecting. I'll come back to this bit. I just need to make sure that I get all of my heals back. I can come in that, you know, there'll be one more Crabbins in there, but that's fine. That Crabbins can live again. I can fight you all. Now I can explore this bit freely. Or I can maybe summon you out here, but you won't come out, because I'm in... Ow! I'm outside of your range. You won't come out of the gate, because you don't expect me to. Out the gate. Okay, I shouldn't have dodged that. I should have counter parried, I know. Okay. I guess if you miss me entirely, I can't parry. That's, you know, if you... Oh, come on. That was a parry. If you miss me entirely, then, yeah, that's not going to let me parry you, is it? Okay, just one crab. Just one crab at all. That's all we need. Okay, he's shooting from a distance. I was waiting for the parry. Come closer! Wouldn't come closer to get hit by the down slam. Again, you know, if you just want to miss me entirely, I'm okay with that. You parried him, Aegis. How did that still keep spinning to win him? Finish him. Okay, alchemical capsule. There's a musical guy somewhere. Chemical capsule. And I don't really use them. But they're useful, I guess. Is that all that was in here? Like, no, there's a way. The gate is locked. Okay, so we need to come back later with another key. Recluse of the Abyss. That's everything that we gotta do in here. Yeah, kill them for nothing. We'll come back with a key. And then maybe it'll be worth it. I don't think there's a shortcut over that way. Item. Okay, another vessel. We came through this. Is there a way back? Never can tell if the way that you came has a way back. Okay, we have opened up a fair bit of the streets though, to be fair. I don't need to fight the bunny. Considering it, but we don't need to. Okay, travel! Okay, there's things in Lynn Village now. Investigate the scene of the experiments. Tillier has some stuff. I feel like we should go to Luxembourg. You know, part of me is like, but what if I go to complete these and then I go back? But no, I think maybe if I go to Luxembourg, it might send us back that way anyway, right? So it probably is the best idea to do that. You know, it might give us some more extra side quests. An extra is good. Extra is good. Right, I'm going to use the ads now whilst it's loading so that you don't get them later. Hopefully, if Twitch even pays attention to that. Sometimes it seems to not, and just runs them extra again, which it shouldn't. Really shouldn't. Can't believe it's Christmas in 2 days. Jesus. So unprepared. Always unprepared. I don't think I need to buy anything else anymore though. You know, I haven't got everything, but I've got enough. I'm not going shopping anymore. For one, I don't have the time. I gotta work all the time. But two, yeah, it's not. Talk to everyone at the convent. Okay, let's go talk to everyone at the convent. Monsieur de Mirabal. As for remembering how to get there, that's another thing entirely. Oh, maybe this big old church door is the way in. We're already there. Lafayette.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I have nothing else to say to you.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Jacques Necker, I've got something to say to you though,
Monsieur
right?
Necker,
Madame?
Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
Your wife. You may rest easy, monsieur. Your wife escaped the massacre.
We don't know
She
that for
returned
certain,
home
but she
and
said
left
she
you this
did.
letter.
Mon Dieu. She's going to meet our daughter and son-in-law at our charity hospital.
She may already be there.
Madame, I did not dare to dream of such an outcome. My wife and daughter. Can you imagine? And I thought I had lost both of them. The three of us will be able to leave the kingdom and put these horrors behind us forever.
What
Or
about
you get killed by robots on the way out.
Oh, the bonds. Do with them as you see fit. As long as the king does not use them. As for me, I'm going to find my family at once. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I pray that your efforts will be successful. Adieu, madame. Adieu.
Minister Necker has given his bonds to me.
That's quite a nice little sum. Can you imagine? That's 1/5 of the kingdom's entire...
We didn't even ask him that
The
first,
king's
even though it was an
support is for his
option.
personal benefit according to his whims.
Ma foi. Monsieur Necker certainly has been very generous to his adoptive country.
Generous? I have my doubts. The loan was granted at a very high rate. So high, in fact, that it would have dug the deficit into an even deeper state.
Not the
of abyss.
deficit.
Bien, monsieur. To what use shall we employ this boonful fortune?
If I could spend it, I'd do everything I could to return to the people their confiscated freedom. To begin, I would get them the bread they so sorely need. It is only
Bread?
after the scourge of famine has been vanquished that armed patriots might then be able to rise up against despotism.
And where will you find wheat, Robespierre? Will you steal it from under the noses of the automats who have sworn to destroy the human race? As for arming the people, this is another one of your delusions. How could your ragged pack of wretches win any sort of battle that'd be unable to lift a sword?
When you insult the people, you insult me, Monsieur de Lafayette.
I am not insulting anyone, Robespierre. But I happen to know what it takes to fight. Unlike you. Monsieur, I was but a lad of 15 when I took up arms. And
Well
everyone
then, how
knows
can you say
my
that
role
other
in the
people
liberation of
can't
America from
take up
British
arms
rule?
if you did at
If you
15?
allow me to dispose of these bonds, I will found
Dispose
an army that
of
will
them.
annihilate the Clockwork King's diabolical machines. As soon as I have the opportunity to leave Paris, I will rally the officers and
Oh,
troops
once
of
you've
our
left and ran away with the money.
Then I will call for a mass uprising. I will have more than enough money to pay their wages and procure...
I feel like you're already rich though.
And you will have obedient troops at your beck and call, ready to repress anyone who challenges your power.
These troops will only...
Yeah, I
serve
don't trust
the
Lafayette.
people. I swear it.
Are you sure that the king has spared the rest of the kingdom, Monsieur le Marquis?
I am almost certain of it, mon père. Despite all of his resources, the king does not have enough manpower to occupy all the garrisons in the country.
Aegis, no member of this assembly can force your hand. The choice is yours. To whom will you entrust Monsieur Necker's bonds?
Obviously, Robespierre, if I had to choose. Feed the people.
Maximilien de Robespierre. I have chosen to entrust this fortune to you.
And you're a far more trustworthy
I
person.
promise that I will use it for one purpose only. Freedom for the people and by the people. When a monarch violates the people's most fundamental rights, insurrection is their most sacred and indispensable duty. But we must be wary of warmongers, who claim to defend our happiness.
I'm already wary of him.
Am I the only one who is weary of hearing these tiresome monologues?
For they wish only to silence us, and take their own turn at playing tyrant.
Congratulations, Aegis. You've chosen a speechifier as Commander-in-Chief. I am sure the king will be delighted to hear this. He need not fear for his throne now.
Give him the bonds, it says. Save Necker by finding his wife before his money. Okay, but I feel like I found both at the same time. Yeah, Robespierre is obviously the more
Monsieur
trustworthy.
Mirabeau. I found a broken cane. It says Franciscus Antonius on it. Do you know who it belongs to?
Well, I never. Yes, I know the owner. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain Francois Antoine.
That's right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle. Across the Rhine for a start. Because this cane belongs, or belonged, to a certain Franz Anton Mesmer.
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens. It's been a
Never
long
heard of
time
it.
since I've heard his name.
5 years to be exact since your learned commission denounced his theories.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
Can you tell me more about
His
Mesmer?
theories?
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class.
Shit.
I myself attended several of his sessions.
You mentioned a commission.
The king did not look kindly on the healer's popularity within the court. This led him to appoint a commission from the Royal Academy of Sciences.
An institution to which Monsieur Bailly and I have the honor to belong. We were asked to investigate his alleged powers.
The experiments that we performed allowed us to determine that Monsieur Mesmer's activities were pure charlatanism, a conclusion that destroyed his successful career the moment it was published.
But there was something, Sylvain. A tiny flow of energy that my devices were able to measure.
My dear colleague,
The soul!
must I remind you again that we were never able to reproduce your observations. It was obviously a momentary failure of your equipment.
Perhaps. I'd like to be sure of it.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer disappear?
The denunciation of his techniques was the start of a
Mesmerize?
descent into hell for Monsieur Mesmer. He was abandoned by his clients and resumed his research in virtual secrecy. I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called science and restore his reputation with the Academy.
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Calais.
Aha!
God only knows what experiments they may have carried out. In any
Yeah, I think they
case,
put
they
my
allowed
soul into
last
this
long.
body.
Monsieur Mesmer left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands.
Yes, it's likely.
This adventurer from who knows where is quite the mysterious character. And he has been very busy.
Also, you're back, Mirabal, after burning all of that stuff.
Apartments, making frequent visits to Rue Saint-Honoré on the Tuileries side. I wonder what he was doing there.
I wonder what you were doing there, burning
What were
things.
Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
Burning the
He is a proponent of a
evidence.
theory called animal magnetism. He claimed to be able to channel a purported universal healing fluid by passing his hands over
With
patients
animal
and using magnets.
magnetism.
He also cobbled together a whole array of mad devices, each stranger than the last. Unfortunately, despite all his attempts, I don't know that he ever cured anyone.
With his animal magnetism, huh?
What happened during
Only
Monsieur
your wife,
Mesmer's
maybe.
treatment sessions?
Oh, they were quite a spectacle to behold. Imagine
sure they
young
were.
ladies afflicted with perfectly imaginary illnesses. A dimly lit room where incense has been burned to intoxicate the soul and cloud your vision. Amiable servants, half-dressed, gliding from
And then he
counters to
used his animal
counters, the
magnetism.
sound of a sensual melody. And the
I
great
get the
Mesmer,
picture.
a doctor with wandering hands, presiding over the wonderful scene. Oh, you should have seen them. Those grand ladies moaning, crying, and falling into a swoon, clinging to that strange tub. Du théâtre, ma chère. Pure theatre.
And you just watched him please them all, huh? You enjoyed the show, huh?
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Alas, the bishop stubbornly refused to reveal anything.
Damn it. I need to know what my rogue of a father is up to. Let me think. In light of the cartload of threats he sent me, it's safe to wager that my sister and mother received similar letters. They may even have already suffered his revenge. However, my sister lives in Grasse in the south of France. Unless a messenger rode 100
Grasse?
horses to death, she could not have received this letter. Then there is my poor mother.
If you ask me, I will go to find her.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer. But I couldn't even tell you where she is staying.
Your own mother?
Indeed. It's a very embarrassing matter. A secret, which I beg you not to divulge.
I can be discreet. Rest assured.
Very well. You should know that my
I'll
mother,
tell
the
everyone.
Countess of Covey, has lost everything. Truly. First her fortune, then her faculties. No matter what I tried, nothing could prevent her decline. It is said that she is now
Did you
living
poison
on
her?
charity, in the most abject poverty in the slums of the Marais. If perchance your past takes you to this dreadful place, and if she still remembers who she is, perhaps you may meet her.
Countess of Covert. Robespierre! What are you going to do with the money?
So how is Monsieur Marat?
I haven't met him yet.
He is your only chance to reach the Bastille, Aegis. You must speak to him. He's holed up in the quarries of Montmartre, hiding from the Marquis de
A
Lafayette.
man of Montmartre?
As for the lanterns,
Did Monsieur de Laclos tell you the secret of his explosive cannonball?
no. We didn't talk about it.
That's a pity. Without his help, our strategy is doomed to failure. Let's see. I know he's close to Monsieur Marat, the patriotic journalist. He's currently in hiding in the quarries of Montmartre. But please do not breathe a word of this to the Marquis de Lafayette. Those two are at daggers drawn. It would certainly end in a bloodbath.
Were you present when
I
the
will
estates
probably
were
accidentally sell him.
dissolved?
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the abject misery of his subjects. It was more than he could suffer. So he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of bayonets. At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood. Positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
Goodbye,
Okay,
Monsieur
I will
Robespierre.
try not to tell Monsieur Lafayette. Lavoisier!
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I've spoke to you about the
Goodbye, Monsieur
gunpowder.
Lavoisier.
Anyone else that I haven't spoke to in here? Okay. Does it recognize that I've spoke to everyone in here now? Because there doesn't seem to be speak to everyone at the thing.
Did you find out what Cagliostro was up to near the Tuileries?
No, not yet.
Remember what Monsieur de Mirabeau told us? He said the Count looked extremely busy near the Tuileries.
Okay,
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
I will maybe head to the Tuileries. Monsieur de la Fère? I don't know if there's anyone else that I need to speak to in here. Recluse, Dauphin Origins, Nicholas Flamel's Journey, Sleepless, Lanterns of the Dead, Aegis must find the Countess to cover it in Marais. Yeah, there's no more things in here, is there? Screw it. I'll speak to the last three of you. You probably tell me that I've already spoke to you.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No, not
Yes.
yet. Oh,
And I found
maybe you
several
did.
clues pointing towards a sinister plan. To get to the bottom of it, I must go to a farm in Crypt, where an experiment is to take place before daybreak. See
We'll help you with your fight against slavery soon. What about you, Lefebvre?
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Nothing.
Goodbye, Mon.
Allez en paix.
What about you?
How is your research on Nicholas Flamel going?
I found a note
It's
from the
not.
carpenter addressed to the workshop of a certain Joseph Balsamo.
Well,
Balsamic vinegar?
what does it say on the note?
It's just a delivery note. But the address is near the Tuileries.
Okay, so we're going to the Tuileries.
Hey, Aegis.
Goodbye, Mon.
To the toilet! Yeah. Tuileries. I don't know how they're necessarily wanting me to say that. Tuileries. Tuileries, Tuileries. Here we do the fandango. Invade the Tuileries! Okay, investigate the scene of the experiment. Two things to do here. Cagliostro and Joseph Bellissimo's workshop. And then we can go back to the other one. I know we're all over the shop, but it is what it is. How am I picking up that saying? It's not my saying. It is what it is. More loading screens, so, you know, just to make absolutely certain that the ads aren't going to run. Let's get them out of the way whilst it's loading. But we weren't in that area as long as maybe we could have been. Bum bum bum. Here's what it is. It is what it is, and there's nothing else to it. 'Cause that is always the way it is. I haven't been trying to sing properly. Don't question it. One day I will get back to singing, but you know, today is not the day. Bum bum bum. Forever with the loading screen. Loading screen, the loading screen. Needs to see the game. To finish the loading screen.